Hey guys, and welcome back to the Gaming Droid, and welcome back to The Droid Goes Rogue. And we've got a Hokage for this one. Hokages have slightly less hit points, but they do a heck of a lot of damage, and they can't critical hit. Now, in my opinion, I like reliable damage above critical hitting, because it means I know what I can kill and what I can't. And, in my opinion, the chance of getting a critical hit, you are better off just going for the raw damage. I have to remember I don't have peripheral arterial disease, so I can't do that. Come to me. So guys, as I was saying in my last one, I've been sort of getting everything ready. But I've been thinking about doing some new games. I've been sending out emails to companies to see if I can get permission to do my new series. And in fact, my new series probably will have come out by now if I have got permissions. And that's the thing, guys. You do have to ask permission. Always ask permission for everything. Because the last thing you want to do is have your channel taken away from you. And it's only fair. I mean, you're using items created by other people to make content. Now, admittedly, you making content might improve their sales, improve their actions, improve what they gain, but it helps a lot to sort of have those permissions. Oh, okay. I probably can't do this, but no. That is a little bit beyond my level, I think. I need a few more hit points before I can manage to do the mini bosses. And I got a pattern, blood chest. It's not useful really to have 2 bits of blood armor unless you've got a lot of spare hit points. If you're playing someone like a barbarian king who's got a lot of spare hit points, then having multiple pieces of blood armor can sometimes help because you get a lot of hit point regeneration. Which means you get a lot of survivability, but of course you have low damage potential, which means that you're going to be... Ugh, I hate that room. Which means you're going to be running the risk of taking a lot of damage while you try and kill things. So, I mean, some of the Flash games I'm looking at doing, Gemcraft, things like that. Games that I enjoy. And games that I think you'll enjoy seeing me play. Oh, I have to go through there, don't I? It does look like I'm going to have to go through the room I hate going through, because it's exceedingly difficult to go through, but looks like I don't really have much of a choice. Unless I want to fight in one of the later stages. Ah! And that's why I hate that room, guys. It's very hard to get through. Well, my Hokage didn't do very well. What have we got? We've got a paladin with ADHD, a barbarian queen. Let's go with our swearing queen, Lady Sonia II, Queen of the Barbarian Lands. We'll grab some more strength because that's the area where barbarians really struggle. We've got the axe spell, which is quite useful. You never know, I might find a clown dungeon. As always, it's worth destroying these for the odd 10 gold. So... the little bugger didn't die. So guys, hopefully the channel will grow fast and furious, and we will gain dozens of... I can't reach it. Dozens of little things. They can be so hard. Dwarves are really good for those, especially if you can control your jumps very accurately. Doesn't seem like I'm doing very well at the moment. It's been a while since I've played, as I said, so my control is a little bit lacking. But hopefully I will do better. Recently there was a thing on Escapist magazine, which was a poetry contest thing, where one of the members of Escapist magazine actually did a poem about Rogue's legacy. It's quite entertaining. Well worth a watch, guys, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Geek poetry. I won't repeat any of it because I don't want to infringe that guy's rights. I'm not very good at video editing yet, guys. I'm not very good at creating splash screens yet. I'm sort of playing with that. My main experience has actually been with live photography based flash screens, so flash screens based off things that have actually been photographed, because my other channel, my Learning Droid channel, is a pyrography based channel, and that's all live photographed stuff. So I've been trying to do some editing of some generated images, and I haven't gotten quite, I'm not quite as good at making that look decent yet. So hopefully that will improve given time. I am working towards getting the best splash screens I can put together. But I do everything myself, guys. Splash screens, audio editing. At the moment, guys, I'm working on a very sort of small scale. I've got Bandicam for my visual editing. This was probably a very, very bad idea, but we're going to try anyway. I've got Bandicam for my visual editing, and so with my sort of limited resources, I mean, at the moment the video editing software I'm using is Windows Movie Maker, which isn't exactly the best best video editor ever invented. So some of my video editing is not as smooth as I would like it to be. But I do what I can. Given the software I've got at the moment. I'm hoping to upgrade to something like Sony Vegas Studios soon. Well, look at that, guys. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. But we have our first gold chest, which means triple bonus. Magic damage, armor, and MP, which isn't a bad bonus, guys. A bad bonus at all. Boing! That's one of the bosses done, guys. So hopefully, let's move on and kill some more bosses. It's odd how sometimes you can be doing really poorly, but you just do one thing really, really well. In this case, I took out that boss with far lower damage than I normally would have ever dreamed of taking them on. I mean, the amount of damage I was dealing to that boss, the fight, I was surprised I lasted long enough to finish the fight. But shows you that if you venture, you can sometimes succeed. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Kill all the beasties. Don't get maimed. That's a great thing in this game, that your sword can reach through walls. Very unrealistic, but an awful lot of fun. Makes dealing with beasties like that quite a lot easier than it would be without that ability. So guys, we're up to 3,100 gold. I think this is the most I've gotten in a run. Although I'm sure people will correct me if I'm wrong. No fighting to get the fairy chest. Nope. Not with 66 hit points. But as you can see guys, my blood sword is actually paying off now, because I've gained well over 30 hit points through kills. Each time I kill something I gain 2 hit points, guys. Sorry about that, I accidentally touched my microphone. And I've gained well over 30 hit points through killing things, which is a great benefit. Whatever. There's a few little bits of the previous zone that aren't finished, but let's do this zone. This zone has some more interesting bad guys in it. It's got plant spitters, it's got headless horses, but it also contains a lot of the old monsters. We've got a few eyeballs underneath us that are being jerks and shooting me over and over again. We have upgraded versions of the skeletons which jump. Same eyeballs though. You see, because of my blood armour, I survived that. Which reminds me of one of the bosses. Die, skeleton. I mean, this is a great game for Twitch reflexes, guys. I love a couple of Twitch reflex games every now and then, and this is, I think this is one of the most awesome Twitch reflex style games that's been released in a long time. I love slimes when you've got blood armour, because slimes are quite easy to kill because they're quite slow. They're not particularly dangerous, but when you have blood armour, they're a great source of hit points. And that's why I stayed in the room, guys. These rooms have treasure chests. And this is all about the gold now that we've defeated one of the bosses. If I can get a nice big payday of gold before I leave, all the better. If I can't, well, I've already managed quite well, guys, on this run-through. And this run-through is actually approaching 15 minutes by itself, which is always good. If you can get a 15-minute run-through on a single character, that's a lot of bad guys in there, and with 6 hit points, I'd prefer somewhere where they're a little bit more easily arrayed. And this is a interesting one, guys, the chain tour. Because if we can... Oh, I did not know there was an earth mage. Well, guys, that's the end of Lady Sonia II. The massive eyeball appears. I would love at one point to do a run through where I kill all the bosses in one go. That would be hilarious. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll pick my next character. Actually, no, I'll show you the characters, guys, and then I'll leave you wondering what we pick until next time around. We have Lady Chulin, the Paladin, who is colourblind. She has a spell of a dagger. We have another dagger spell, but this is an archmage, so they'll have a cycle of 3 spells. We have another archmage with another spell cycle ability, but they're Hypergonads, Endomorph, and Flame Barrier, and that is Sir Grey. So we have Lady Chun-Li, Lady Teresa, and Sir Grey. Lady Grey, no, Sir Grey. So guys, wonder what we'll pick next time. We don't know, but I will see you again next time.